Hello everyone, I welcome you all to EduTap and I also welcome you to the government scheme session that we take for all the government examination that you're preparing for. So see, for any examination, if any scheme has been recently launched or was in news for past 1 year, it becomes very important, be it any examination that you're preparing. So that is why we come up with these lectures, and the scheme that we're covering today, it is PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan. So to the ones who are continuously and regularly watching the sessions, they know that it has been asked by all of you for me to make a lecture on, and that is why I've made this particular video. So we'll start, but before starting, here's an announcement for all the aspirants who are preparing for central regulatory bodies. We have come up with one-stop solution guide for all the queries that you must be having regarding the organization that you want to join, be it RBI, NABARD or SEBI, or about the designation that you would when you would join, what will be your roles and responsibility, what is the role of organization in GDP also, and also what are the different departments in it. Once that is done, you would want to know how to join the organization. So for that, every detail, be it the pattern, syllabus, what are the different phases, and what is the previous year cutoff, anything, any question that you must be having in your mind, all these things have been clearly been told in these e-guidebooks. And do not miss the opportunity. You can download the link that is present in the description box below, and do mind that this is free of cost, so do not miss the opportunity. Now let's come to the scheme, and before that, see why we are studying it. So basically on 4th of March 2023, so recently, last year only, last month only. And if you look at, if you follow PIB, not only for last month, but it is constantly in news. Even in February, if you search, it will be in news. In March also, twice to thrice it was in news. So that is why we are just studying PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan, to look at what the basics of this particular schemes that are there. Okay. So how is it related to your syllabus? So basically we're talking about economic and social issues, so it touch various aspects of it. It touch about the employment generation, because of course it is going to provide you with the employment. Along with that, it talks about the industrial and the infrastructure in India. Okay, so there are various separate topics which it is touching, not a just particular one. Okay, so we'll start and basically see what the idea behind Gati Shakti master plan is. So you must have observed that in our country it usually happens, then once a road is made, and after that is made, some ministry suddenly remembers that, oh, we have to put some optical fibers in it for purpose, and then they dig the road again, and then they place the optical fibers, then it is closed. Then again some other ministry must be coming, maybe for gas, for the gas pipelines or anything. So basically what happens, every ministry, they are working in their own pace, but because of that, a lot of money is also wasted, because that particular road have to be made again, time and again. And also it also is a waste of time also, we understand, and also it provides inconvenience to the people who are living in that area also, because you can understand, if the roads are not good, so of course the traffic will not be smooth, right? There will always be some inconvenience that has to be faced by the people. So that is why Gati Shakti master plan, the basic idea, essence of this particular scheme is to integrate all the ministries in a single platform, who work for the infrastructure development, so that they have an idea that which area, various ministries that have to work in which area, and then they can have a proper step by step procedure. For example, if in a particular place gas pipeline have to be established, and optical fibers also, so the ministry, they can have the coordination. Once optical fiber is established, or maybe gas pipeline first, and then optical fibers are established, then the Ministry of Road Railways, they are coming, roads and transportation, they are coming to set up the road. So means to have a proper sync, so that we have minimal loss of money also, and then there is a proper synchronization in all the ministries, so to have a proper coordination. So the basic, if you have to remember, the essence of it is to have a coordinated execution, you can say. Okay, this is the basic essence that we have understood, and this is the main thing that you have to understand. Okay, so there are 6 principles. Okay, we are going to study 6 pillars also, those are different, and these principles are different. So what are the 6 principles of PM Gati Shakti? So first of all, to have a integrated development, so all the ministry, they are gratedly working, so that there is, because so that they have a proper synchronization, and the process is smooth. Then multimodal infrastructure, so basically to have modes of infrastructure. What does it mean? It means different types. For example, if you're talking about transport, so we are focusing on proper railway lines also, we are focusing on highways also. So it means multimodal, different type. Okay, last mile connectivity. So to connect, what does and why is it important to connect till the last end? What does it mean? For example, in a particular place you have established a particular industry, but for to connect with it, there is no pipelines that are there. For example, it will need gas pipelines also for the smooth functioning of the industry, but there is no gas pipeline that has been reached till that area. So what's the use of building this industry, right? That is why last mile connectivity means to have proper connection in every in to reach all the areas in India. Then expedited land acquisition. Expedited means quick, so that every whatever acquisition are quicker, so that all the work it is on time, and no ministry would have to wait for performing their work. Okay, and minimalize clearances. Okay, so basically these two aspects, they both deal with to have all the procedures and formality quickly, so that the aim of the Gati Shakti master plan can be fulfilled. Okay, so what's the launch year of the scheme? 2021. So in October 2021 this particular scheme was launched, and there is no specific ministry. It does not have it does not come under a specific ministry. Why? Because it will integrate different ministries and the work of them, and there will be a particular platform. So it does not mean that now there is one ministry and under this many ministries they come. No, it is kind of you can say if some function is going on in your college, right? So various the class representative, they come together and they work on something, right? So it does not mean now they are forming one particular group, but I hope you understand. So different ministries, they will come together, they will be in a synchronized manner, they will work for the infrastructure development in India. Okay, so objective. So here we have to understand, I always teach aim here, but currently I am saying objective. Okay, so basically what's the aim, difference between aim and objective? So objective is basically the actions that will be done under the program, and aim is aim is basically what the scheme hopes to achieve. Okay, so here the what will be the actions that will be taken under Gati Shakti master plan to improve multimodal connectivity. Again, so we talk no that there will be different infrastructures. For example, if I talked about that industry and gas pipeline example, right? So different models infrastructure whatever being formed, there will be a proper connectivity. And logistic efficiency. What is logistics? Basically it's the, you can say, transportation or the services provided of transportations of goods and services that is done. So that comes under logistics. So logistic efficiency will be increased and address critical infrastructure gap. Okay, so what is critical infrastructure gap? So basically when some particular project is going on, still there is some lacking of money for some particular component of it, so that becomes a critical gap. Okay, and if that is not being filled, so the whole purpose of the project will not be achieved. So to fill those critical infrastructure gap also, this scheme will work on. And while logistic, how the logistic efficiency will be increased? So of course we're talking about infrastructure development. So if more highways will be made, so if some from A to B point, if any truck would have to go point this way, and if there is a simple straight line highway that is made between A and B, of course the efficiency will be increased. And of course this, if the roads are smoother, there will be lesser time that will be required to reach from A to B, right? For seamless movement of people, so here we are talking about seamless movement of people also, of goods and services in the country as well. And what is the fund? So that is 100 lakh crore project. So this particular Gati Shakti master plan is a 100 lakh crore project when it was launched. And from where this money will come? So government is not taking any loan or anything like that. Basically all the projects that are already running in country, right, and they have been allocated their individual money. We are talking about the ones which are related to the infrastructure development in country, right? So if we club all the money that we are investing in it, but it can be of waste if not synchronized with other ministries properly, right? So what the basic idea is, whatever money that has been allocated, only if you club together, that sum ups to somewhere around. So basically it is above 100 lakh crore project only, but on an average if we say it is 100 lakh crore, so no additional money, but yes, whatever be the project's amount, that all if you accumulate together, that will be 100 lakh crore. And of course this will be more efficient because there will be less wastage of the money and time. What are the different aims? So that is to establish synergies among different ministries. Basically if individual ministry, they'll work in their own pace and at their own will. So whatever outcome will be there, it will not be as much as if they all are working in a synchronized manner, and whatever be the outcome will be, of course that will be better, because we have understood that the roads will not be dug again and again. Align timelines of various projects. So first of all, in that particular portal that we are talking about for the Gati Shakti, so there will be all the ministries work in the particular area that will be mentioned, right? So then the ministries, they can prioritize at which ministry they can have a proper coordination, that okay, first this task will be done, then this ministry will come for this task, and so on. Okay, and it's not like that for a ministry only one project is there. There are hundreds of projects that run across the country. So if in one area some other ministry is working, so they can work on some other area, right? To promote standardization of the designs for efficient project approval. In fact, for projects also there should be proper standardization, means again to have a proper step-by-step process for the project approval also, so that what happens, for example, a road, for making a road, a particular project has been approved, and after, so the work has been started and there was only one project that was approved. Later on another project was approved for gas pipeline, so of course that road has to be done, right? So to have a standardization of the project approval also, and along with that of the procedures also. So basically we are looking at the standardization of all the process and the projects approved that need to be done in that particular area, right? Key features, if we look at, okay, so there are, see, basically this particular line I have taken from PIB static. So PIB, you know how much important it is. I've told you many times what the importance of PIB is, and in that 27 central government ministries has been written. So let me just clear this doubt to you. When the scheme was launched, at that time it was said that 16 ministries will be integrated, who are working in the infrastructure development. 16 ministries will be involved under the Gati Shakti master plan. So this scheme was launched in 2021, that time it was said. Now this particular news that I have taken from PIB, it is from November 2022. In that it was written, the key feature or the aim under this particular master plan, it is to bring 27 central government ministries under a single institutional framework. Okay, and if we look at the latest news, that is of your February 2023, in that it was written that 17 government ministries have been these ministries and departments have been trained for capacity development yet. So what does it mean? Initially when this scheme was launched, that time it was set for 16 ministries. Okay, now if you looked at the February latest data, it says that abhi tak 17 ministries jo hai humne train kar liya for capacity building. Okay, it can be happen that when with the course of time, government we are saying government ministries slash departments we are saying, okay? So it includes the department of certain ministries as well. And the news which I am telling you of November 2022 is that it aims to bring 27 central government ministries together. What does it mean? It can happen initially there was a set number of ministries, but then with the development of with the course of time, government felt like that more ministries can be involved. So there are three datas that I am telling you. Please do not get confused. Again we'll revise once, ठीक है? तो 16 जो कब बोली है, जब इनिशियली लॉन्च हुई थी, ठीक है? अगर बात करें फिर एम, आप कह सकते हैं नवंबर 2022 रीच होते होते द गवर्नमेंट डिसाइडेड दैट फॉर 27 central government universities they will focus and they will try to bring them under single institutional framework. And then currently if we talk about the current data, 17 departments as well as ministries have been trained under it. Okay, now for this there will be, because there is no specific ministry that is involved, there are various ministries, but there will be some department for implementation, for project approval, and for some technical support as well, right? So for implementation, for looking at all the implementation purpose, we have empowered group of secretaries, and that will come under the chairmanship of cabinet secretary. Okay, so empowered group of secretaries for implementation, for the projects, for examining the projects and then put them up to EGOS is your empowered group of secretaries for approval. So basically network planning group will first examine the project, is it worth it, and how to standardize it. Okay, then once they examine the project, then what they will do, they will forward it to empowered group of secretaries for their approval. Okay, and there we of course we need some unit also for the evaluation, supporting the evaluation process. So basically a technical support unit with all the domain and special expert, they will help with the evaluation process. Okay, so for implementation we have empowered group of secretaries. For examining the projects we have planning network planning group, and for the evaluation process we will have the technical support group. Okay, I hope everything is clear. Okay, there are some 2 points more. So under this only, so recently, basically in 2022, again scheme was launched in 2021, but we are looking at all the timelines under the and the developments under the scheme. So in 2021 this was launched, but in April 2022, what the government came up with, they came up with a scheme for special assistance to states for capital expenditure. Again, we talked about the critical gap funding, right? So for that, government, they have come up with this particular scheme for special assistance to states for capital expenditure. There they talked about giving around or to up to 1 lakh crore loan for any project with the interest free 50 years. For interest free 50 years, the government, they are providing with this assistance to the state government for the proper infrastructure development. And here we have to understand, government, they are taking it to a very large scale. So ISRO has also involved under this. And see, Bhaskaracharya National Institute for Space Application, this is BISAC, okay, and geoinformatics, they will also be involved. So I told you now, there will be a portal in which all the information GIS based, okay, everything means every in that portal every development will be made. If you can virtually watch also how much development has been done in a particular area by which ministry, and in fact this will help the ministers also to have a particular overview how things are running there. And also the other ministries will also understand, okay, the development is about to end, let's start with our procedure, okay. So basically everything, or this informatics system, everything, these details will be involved, satellites will be properly used, and for that we have used BISAC and geoinformatics, okay. So what are the 6 pillars? Very important, 6 pillars are also important. So basically if you look at, 6 pillars are comprehensiveness, prioritization, optimization, synchronization, analytical and dynamic. So synchronization, we have understood, sync between the different ministries so that there is a proper procedure, standardization, okay. Comprehensiveness, so if all the existing planned initiative by ministries, they are in sync with one another, there is synergy. Of course we will have the comprehensive work that will be done, that will not be wasteful, and that will provide with the better result. So with the help of national mission, this master plan, of course prioritization can be done very easily, and all the assets that will be involved under the project, they can be properly even optimized also. And there will be, if there is some critical funds that is required which could not have been known if different ministries would be working on their different timelines, right? So because now everything has been working together, so if there is a critical gap fund that is required in that particular area, that can also be fulfilled. Analytical and dynamic, so in both these we are actually using all this GIS based and all this remote sensing, everything that we have discussed, right? These will be used and providing the entire data in one place, and GIS is a geoinformatics system, okay, based spatial planning and analytical tool. So analytical tool will also be utilized accordingly, and the planning will be done according to the GIS based whatever be the details that we get to know, and helping in identifying the vital interventions for enhancing and updating, because we will have all the details. Of course the ministries can look at that, if that particular area needs some updates in regarding to, means some update in work, or maybe some infrastructure, everything can be utilized by the when we have everything been mentioned in a single portal, okay. And when this scheme was launched, so there were some of the key highlights. So 2 defense corridors, it was said that 2 defense corridors will be made under this, 11 industrial corridors will be made, 25,000 crore of developed area will be there, 2 lakh route kilometer national highway will be formed, 220 airports, helicopters, water aerodromes and villages to be connected with 4G मोबाइल कनेक्टिविटी. तो बेसिक आइडिया देखो क्या है, ये सारी चीज़ें वैसे भी रन कर रही है. वी नो भारतमाला प्रोजेक्ट, वी नो सागरमाला प्रोजेक्ट, राइट, नेशनल पाइपलाइन प्रोजेक्ट. सो एवरीथिंग वट एवर वॉज इनिशियली देयर, नाउ एवरीथिंग हैज बीन क्लब्ड अंडर गति शक्ति मास्टर प्लान, ओके. एंड अगेन दिस वॉज द न्यूज ऑफ 4th March, and here's a question for you all, and by this we have come to the end of the session. So this is the question, do attempt it, and these are the toppers of the last session, okay. So Swajanya and Chetan said the right answer, Rachit said the right answer, Rishabh said the right answer, Komal, VTC, Vaishali said the right answer, and Priyanka, thank you for highlighting this. And this is a clarification for everyone. See, the news that I picked up, the screenshot, basically I picked up from a private news website, and this is a learning for me also and you also. See, PIB is something that is reliant because it is being published by government, but rest apart, whatever private news if you are looking at, you should cross check. I did not cross check, so there is a clarification. So in that case, in monthly income account scheme, where I told that maximum will be till 30 lakh, right? But that is not the case for monthly income account. The increment has been done to only 15 lakh, so it will be till 15 lakh only. Okay. So this is a clarification. Please, if you have whatever who have watched the session, please keep this particular thing in mind. Okay. So by this we have come to the end. So if you like the video, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can also join a Telegram channel to get the PDF of this and every lecture that we provide here on YouTube. And all the very best for your examination. I'll make another video whatever that have been asked by you. And thank you so much, and all the very best for your examination, and do well, prepare well, and I hope all your aspirant journey it ends here in this year only. Thank you everyone.